Hi. How's everyone doing? You guys, I am like so excited. I got so much done today. I was able to record a new PI story, so that I'll get that edited and out on Saturday. I was asleep on my hand. So I wanted to share a new story with you guys that I think you'll really enjoy because these folks are wild out here. Let's just talk about what these people do out here. Anyways, hi, if you're new here, my name is Mackenzie. I'm a private investigator. I'm also a makeup artist, and now I sell this makeup, this Saint One Cream custom compact makeup, whatever. Anyways, this is called Saint, and it's just a custom compact, and I love how every time I do this makeup and I show you guys this makeup, there's always someone that's like, holy crap, like, what did you just do? It's freaking magic. So let's just get into it. So this is, I color match you, by the way, for this. Hey, you guys. Hey, girl, hey. I color match you guys to this makeup. So I just kind of try to show different ways of doing it. Hey, in Australia, we're coming to Australia. Did you know that? Are you, have you gotten on my email updates list? If you're not, make sure you do it. Wendy, watch this. And just see if you can follow along with this. This brush is the smudge brush, and I want to show you how I do this. So I take this smudge brush and kind of swirl it into my contour. This is a cream makeup, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply this here along my hairline. So this contour is a cool gray ashy tone that I'm going to apply here. So this is going to create shadows. It looks scary and everybody's like, oh my gosh, the contour. So scary. But it's really not. And you can look like it's fine. Like you can literally scribble it on your head. It's fine. This cream makeup is so forgiving and so much easier than any other makeup you've ever used. I swear it. Like you'll be like, holy bananas. Oh my gosh. Thank you for listening to the podcast. I sent myself Tanner to you today. I'm excited to see if we chose the same color. Okay. Are you talking about your selfie, right? For the, like, to match you with your self-tanner. I did self-tanner today. And it's self-tanner day, which means I did, like, an everything shower. Y'all know what that means. Like, shaving and, like, washing all your giblets and exfoliating all the stuff. It's wild. Okay, so look. I want to show you. Look where my contour is. You see how it's, like, here, but then I kind of create a triangle. It's just do this. Like literally it's fine. There's not going to be this whole big thing where you have to like color in the lines. It's whatever. Oh, thank you so much. A saint sister. My favorite thing you say on the podcast is I'm just out here minding his business. Hey girl, hey. Okay. So this is contour. So contour kind of goes, out like where you would put goggles on, like if you were Scuba Steve, outside the goggles is where you would put your contour, right? Yay, thank you so much for listening to the podcast. We recorded an episode today. It took us 4 hours to hear this girl's story. You guys are going to freak when you hear it. I think it's coming out on Monday. Thank you so much. You guys are so sweet. I have another PI story coming out on Saturday too. Okay, so my contour, I'm just gently, kind of lightly using this super dark color down like the top sides of my nose. My goal is to get this color, this line right here to be super, super bright and super white. Okay, so I want to make it super skinny. Oh my gosh, Instagram does that to me. Like Instagram be changing my voice sometimes, and I'm going through puberty, I guess. I am turning 40 this year, so I'll be 40 on July 4th, you guys. Can you believe it? It's like a month and a week or something. Okay, so contour, super scary, right? How many palettes should I start with? Girl, just get one palette, and you build it however you want. You can start with, I like to call this a baby. Just a baby palette. Little baby. So this is like a starter collection, like foundation, concealer, contour, blush, super, super easy. And then you can add more stuff. Like I have a summer shade and then like a bronzer and an illuminator. And then I have some lip and cheek shades and some eyeshadow. You build your palette however you want. So just get one palette and just add the colors you want, but start really small if you want. Saint's like a retail store. Like it started as e-commerce and it's kind of still like e-commerce. Like you buy only what you want. Okay, so super dark shade, right? So this is like super scary contour, and we're just wrapping that around our hairline and coming in at the cheek to kind of create a shelf for our cheekbone to sit on. Or in my case, the Lord forgot my cheekbones, so we're going to pretend like he didn't, and we're going to draw a line underneath my pretend cheekbones, and it's going to make it look like I have cheekbones. That's the whole goal. Then, so this is the smudge brush. There's all my contour, and I'll show you how to clean this really good. And this is my other side, which is, I'm going to use this for my brightening highlight. So my lightest color is like a concealer. So you know how in 8th grade, they taught us like do concealer, and you put concealer over like the dark areas and that conceals it, but I never really did. This kind of do that. Illuminator and bronzer. Yes! Oh, so the illuminator and bronzer with a blush is literally what I call the glow kit. It's literally like, I call it the glow kit. It's a summer glow kit. It's not foundation. It's not concealer. It's just illuminator with bronzer and blush. Super pretty, just enough for color and a little bit of glow and a little bit of faux fake tan. Okay, so see how I'm using this brush to kind of like lightly dust on this, this brightening highlight. So this bright color down like in the center of our face, that's where we want it to be the brightest. Okay, so this is so freaking easy. I know it looks crazy, and when I first saw this makeup, I was like, that's literally the dumbest thing ever. And now here I am, like, doing the thing. Hey, Tiffany! Hi, Tiff! Okay, so this color is my main highlight. This is the color that most closely matches my skin tone when I have self-tanner. During the spring and winter and all those times, it's not this dark. One thing that I always like to point out is how much darker my foundation color, my main highlight color, it's a lot darker than my skin tone. There's a reason for that. With cream makeup, it should always be darker than your skin tone because it blends much more sheer. Cream makeup is not like liquid. With liquid foundation, you apply it on your skin and you're like, that's interesting. It is the exact perfect shade, so it must match, right? And I'm telling you, it has to be darker, at least a shade darker. If it perfectly matches, it ain't it. I mean, it can be if you use very, very, very little. But what happens is if you use a shade that is too light, it will show more texture on your skin and it will look like kind of dry and chalky. So with cream makeup, please trust my color match. Trust my process. I match over 100 women a day. You guys, I match a lot of ladies. I know the stuff. And so I want you, like my whole purpose, my whole goal, the one thing that I pray every day when I say my prayers and when I talk to God, I say, God, please let me help inspire these women and help them feel confident in their makeup, because I know what it's like to not feel pretty, and I know what it's like to just put on a little bit of makeup and just feel just a little bit better. You're already beautiful as you are. You don't need makeup, but I know how makeup can give you a boost of confidence, and I just feel like it's creative and it's artful and it's fun, and I just think that you can find your confidence with just a little bit of makeup. So I want to show you how you can enhance the features on your beautiful face that already exist and not cover them up. I wore makeup as a mask for years because I thought I was ugly, because that's what everyone told me. And it's just not true. So where are you? Oh, Beverly, hey! I haven't replied to your text yet because I haven't gotten a chance to like sit down, look at my calendar and stuff. So I'll get back to your text. I promise. I can't message you from Australia for color match. You can. If you are not on my list, my email list for updates, get on that. But you can go ahead and get color matched if you want. But we will not be releasing in Australia, I believe, until the end of this year, Australia and the UK. So I would wait until then, because then you'll be in winter, or in your case, summer. So you'll be a different shade at that time. Your forehead looks like a makeup rainbow. Thank you. Yes. Okay. So a makeup rainbow, contour, foundation, brightening highlight, concealer. So outside of Saint, we know this as concealer, foundation, contour. So I want to show you what it looks like and how it does not, like, it looks totally crazy on my skin. I just want you to see, okay? And I know you're like, that's not going to work out. And I need you to know, yes, huh? Okay, so yes, huh? So then I take my brush. This is the blush and bronzer brush, and it's just a medium coverage kind of brush. The difference with these brushes is not necessarily the quality. Your brushes, you could have $500 brushes. I do not care. I have every single Sigma brush, It by Ulta, every brush you can imagine, the Bobbi Brown, the matte, all of them. It's the density and the volume of the bristles that makes a difference for this cream makeup. So try to get at least one of the brushes. And don't throw them across the room because that's not nice. Okay, so I'm going to take my brush. I thought you were out of your ever-loving mind when I got matched. I'm so happy I trusted you. I'm screenshotting that. Thank you. These are from my best friend she does custom press-on nails, and she did these. Nail Junkie 615, that's the girl. Yes, these brushes are all Saint. The brushes are just specifically formulated for this cream makeup. Your brushes could be the highest quality, made of gold. They could do your laundry. I don't care. They are not going to do to this cream makeup what they are going to do like these brushes will. I'm just telling you, that is not like an upsell. I hate selling just because of that, but try to get at least one of the Saint brushes. Okay, so I just want you to see, like, super up close and personal. I'm very, very lightly just tapping where those colors are on my skin. I'm pressing them in, right? Yes, aren't they so cute? I love them. And then this is called like a cat eye glitter or something. Yay! Don't you love her? She is literally the nicest person ever. It's so funny because she has like a master's degree in legal studies, and she has a press-on nail business. Like, it's just so funny where life takes us sometimes. So I'm showing you with this brush how just gently pressing this into your skin will blend it. We are not doing this and swirling. We're not doing that with our makeup. Look. Lightly pressing and just like little flicks of the bristles, right? I'm not doing this. I'm not getting to the inside of the bristles. Oh no! Emily, which one was it? Which one did you get? I'll send you a new one, boo-boo. Don't worry. Will you please message me? I'll send it to you. Don't worry. I take care of my people. I do nails too, been wanting to start press-ons, but I didn't know where to start. Oh, that's amazing. After 20 years of going to the nail salon, I had an allergic reaction to acetone. I said, I'm never going back. She said, I'll make you some. I said, girl, you can't do nails. She said I could try. And sure enough, and then she did these, or she did not these, but a couple years ago, she did a set. And I was like, Tiff, these are really good. You should do a business. And she's like, no, I'm not doing that. And I was like, well, you may not have belief in yourself, but you can borrow some of mine. And now it's a full-fledged business. Anyways, yes, blend up to Jesus. I even have merch. I have merch that says blend up to Jesus. If you want the link to the merch store to go shop Freedom Barbie merch, you have to. They're such fun designs. They did a really good job on them. Just comment the word merch, and I think it'll send you a link to the merch store. Yeah, press-ons. I'm going to take a break. Press-ons are very good. Yeah, let me know. Will you please let me know if that comes to you automatically? I'm pretty sure that it should. Oh, and comment match or text me. Hold on. For free color match. Here we go. There we go. Okay. So, excuse me. Did it come through automatically? I hope it did, because I think I have it set up to come to you automatically. Oh, good. I'm glad Heather's podcast was really good. I love her so much. So contour is a little less creamy. So it's going to be a little bit harder, a little bit stiffer. But at the end of the day, if you dig into your contour just a little bit more and just kind of, rub your contour together with the heat from your body heat will soften it, but it is a little bit more like stubborn, if you know what I mean. But also, since I did that, I can show you when you do that with your contour and put your fingers together and put them on your nose like this. See how they touch, but not really, and it creates that really skinny line. That's what you want. That's what you want for your nose contour. It's a nice little tricky trick. use my little makeup eraser, makeup remover. Okay, so you see how I'm just lightly pressing this into my skin, and then we're lightly blending up to Jesus. No, the makeup does not have SPF, but it does have titanium dioxide, which helps against the UVB rays, but not the UVA rays. So I would always recommend SPF, which I do anyways. And I use SPF as primer, and it works really well. So I use a tinted SPF as primer. And I love how it sits. It's very light, but still does the job. So really good stuff. Okay, so see how that scary brown dark contour and turned into this really beautiful look. That's the difference. So when you're doing your liquid foundation and you're just slathering it all over your skin, right? And you're doing one color all over your skin with your liquid foundation, what's happening is you are creating one-dimensional color. So you are making your face flat. But our face isn't flat, and it wasn't intended to be one-dimensional, right? So this way you can have your bright color, your main highlight, your contour, but it's still one layer. So it's a little bit extra work, but if you are someone who wants to look a little younger, perhaps want to add a little bit more dimension to your face, this is a really great alternative. And especially as we mature and we have like more wrinkles and lines, I have a lot of wrinkles. Will it accentuate those or blend them in a bit? So it will just basically help you to, obviously nothing will like take away the wrinkles unless you get like plastic surgery, but it will help to give your skin a really beautiful, youthful glow and not settle in them. So it'll just, it won't enhance your wrinkles. It'll just make your face look really glowy and really pretty, and just not, it won't settle and cake and crease and all of that. And also, because this makeup is so dimensional, I always compare it to like a white piece of paper with a black dot on it. You notice that black dot, you notice that wrinkle, you notice that pimple, you notice that whatever. But when you add dimension and you have a dark here and a light here, and you're adding this push and the pull of the lights and the darks, that's where you get that beautiful look where you start to kind of not notice those things. So it's kind of another way to add confidence to your makeup, is just to know that the dimension that you're creating is, number one, easy, and number two, really light. So because this makeup is so highly pigmented, you don't need that much. So one layer of makeup, which you see how little I used, and this is not like a whole lot. You blend, and this is kind of like a medium coverage. You can even do lighter, or you can do heavy. It's up to you. Because you use so little, it just doesn't cake or crease or settle, and you'll get that really beautiful look without using a lot. So see how lightly I'm just kind of tapping that into my skin, and it's just blending so beautifully. So I kind of take this brush and I squeeze it a little bit and come here and just kind of press it in. Do you do your own lashes? Yeah, I do the Lashify lashes. I just do them at home. I love Lashify. Lashify is my favorite, and I've tried literally every single one of them. So see how it just presses into your skin, and look how beautifully it just melts. And no, your colors will not get all crazy and blend together, and you don't have to wash your brush in between each color. Look how it's just super light, super blendy and melty, and just kind of creates this really flawless. Yeah, girl, the lashes are so good. Thank you so much. I got a little brave a couple months ago and went bigger on the size, and I was like, wow, those are so good. I was like, they don't look crazy at all. It's fine. Do what you want. So see how it all just blends into your skin? Greasy or sticky? No, that's a really good question. So I'm a private investigator. I do surveillance in my car. It's like 140 to 160 degrees in my car at any given time. I always joke there's a lot of sweat, but there's also a lot of tears because it's freaking hot. Heat won't affect your makeup. It's not, when I thought of cream at first, I was like, ew, like sticky, wet, tacky, like, oh, it's a lot. But it's really not. It's really light and pretty. And I use a setting powder in my T-zone to like control oil and stuff. I'm not super oily, but that's where we tend to get the most oily when we do. So you can do that. Like there's options, but you should never, if you get to a point where your makeup is feeling tacky or sticky, you've just applied too much. And that's like, so many people do that at first. I did that at first. I think it's like a rite of passage for starting with Saint makeup. Cause you start to try to apply it like, yeah, like a moisturizer feeling without being like wet and gross. It's really, really nice. And I have not dragged this brush across my skin at all. Therefore, I'm not losing my dimension. We're just tapping. This is the what's this called? What do you call it? The smudge brush. I used this smudge brush to kind of put my contour all over. And then I did this end of it I did that little line down my nose. See how it's like really skinny? I still do too much once in a while. It's so easy to do. It's so easy to use too much. It is so easy to use too much. And it's definitely a beginner's mistake. I'm in Tampa, Florida. And so it's hot, it's humid like all the time. And this makeup is just gorgeous. You can go to the gym, you can work up a sweat, you can dunk your head underwater, like it's totally fine. And if you have lines and wrinkles and you are getting that mature skin, I'm going to be 40 this year, so I'm coming up on it. Like I'm starting to see the lines and the wrinkles and, all those caking and creasing areas or whatever, the crow's feet. All of that stuff is totally normal. That's part of your beauty. That is part of your aging. That's a normal part of us, right? But if you can wear a makeup that won't enhance those things. And also because this, I use this one brush to blend everything just like this. Because this makeup is so hydrating, it's really good for your skin. There's only 11 ingredients and one of them is beeswax, which is really good for your skin. Yes, when you're used to slathering liquid, you think you need a lot. And that's why many people, when they start using this makeup, they're like, it's very heavy and cakey. And I'm like, girl, how much did you put on? She's like, well, I've gone through my whole pan of makeup. And I'm like, girl, it's been a week. It's really easy to use a lot, but a little bit goes such a long way. And it's really pigmented. So like a lot of people think I'm a full coverage girl. I need full coverage. I'm a full coverage girl too. With this makeup, by adding more colors instead of more layers, you create the dimension that gives you the appearance of full coverage with such a light one layer makeup. Do you see how it's very glowy, it's very soft and pretty, it's hydrated, but it's one layer. Where liquid foundations have alcohols in them, right? So they evaporate off your skin. It's a whole big thing. That's not a thing anymore. Like this does not have any alcohols. It just allows, it sits on your skin and melts into your skin. So it moves with your skin. So when you're doing this and all these things, there's no dry, there's nothing that has evaporated, leaving you with just pigment that's going to settle in those lines. Oh, don't worry, Katie. I'll make sure to connect with you and make sure you get on my email list, girl. Always with the love. You can always count on me for some loving, girl. Okay, so I just tapped this makeup into my skin all over. You can still see my skin. It is not cakey. And that scary contour color, look. Look what that scary contour did to me. Do you see what I mean? It's really not scary, I promise. If you just believe in me, trust me, and know that I'm going to make sure you are feeling confident in your makeup because that's my goal. I know what it's like to not feel confident, and I know that makeup gives us a little bit of a little pep in our step just to kind of put our best face forward, literally. Why y'all tell me I got dried boogers in my nose? I'm sorry. Oh, you're so sweet. Have a good day, because it's Australia and you're starting the day. So crazy. I can't wait to be in Australia because then I can actually I get my best work done at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning sometimes, and I can be texting over there in Australia. I can be texting y'all, so I'm real excited for that. Okay, so now I've done these 3 shades. So just get a free color match. I'll match you to your foundation, your concealer, your contour, whatever. I just did all of that in one layer. You can totally build this up. Now let me show you where the magic, in my opinion, really starts to happen, okay? So one thing that I like to do is I like to use bronzer. I feel like bronzer adds a really beautiful warmth to a look. It adds dimension. No, it's not like it's like, I mean, with any makeup, if you rub it, it's going to come off. I don't care what they say. But it's not like so creamy that when you just touch it and then it comes off. Like it just feels like skin. Like there's no like, it doesn't like transfer or make any kind of whatever. Have a great day, night. For you, it's day. Have a great day. It doesn't, like, I have tickle fights with my son and I lay on my husband's chest and it just doesn't transfer. So it's totally fine. You don't have to worry about that. And you shouldn't have to reapply during the day, although I really love a good setting spray, but I've always recommended a setting spray just because I do makeup. Anyways, okay, so let's talk about the bronzer. So bronzer is a really good tool to use if you want to add even more dimension to your face. So where contour is like a cool gray, ashy color, the bronzer is warm, so it has more orange undertones and it's going to add that warmth, right? So where contour goes here in the hollow, where our cheek comes in, the bronzer is going to sit on top. So I want to show you how scary and dark bronzer is. So we're going to tap that on the high point of our cheek, right? Yes, we do have a setting spray, and I love Saint setting spray because it has aloe in it, and so skincare, I think moisture and bulletproofing, so it does a really great job. I do love Saint's setting spray a lot. And then there's some other brands that I really love. I really love the Benefit Professional, Super Setter, and the Urban Decay All Nighter has never done me dirty, so I think any setting spray that you find that you really love is great, but for like all year round, whether you're super dry or super oily, the Saint setting spray is good with the aloe. So it's a good option. So the bronzer also, I'm putting like kind of across the middle of my forehead. Now, if you have a smaller forehead, or if you are someone who has like if you just don't like bronzer, don't use bronzer, whatever. The reason I like the bronzer is because it adds, like where the sun would normally hit you and you get a little bit of a sunburn or a suntan, that's where you want your bronzer to be. So basically, Scuba Steve goggles, right? You're going scuba diving. Where the goggles suction to your face is where your bronzer is going to go. So that's what you think of when you think of bronzer, right? So that's how you know where your bronzer goes and like the placement of it, right? Would I still want to do warm bronzer even if you have skin with cool undertones? Yeah, well, okay, so here's the thing with the cool and the warm. The bronzer, Saint has like 5 different bronzer shades. 5 or 6, maybe there's 5. Anyway, so you can choose whichever one works for your skin tone, but yes, like at the end of the day, you still want that warmth, or I always recommend the warmth. There's nobody that it has not looked good on so far in my whole entire life. Like bronzer just, I think it brings it to life. And again, there are other shades of bronzer, but even for cooler tones, I just don't care. I like the Bella. This one is Bella, and she's my favorite. This one that I put on right here, that one's Bella, and it's my absolute favorite. But there's other shades too. I thought I didn't need bronzer because I already have medium tan complexion, but it really does bring out such a beautiful dimension. It does, I'm telling you. Nude ivory base eyeshadow. I have Soulmate, but it's way pinker than I thought. I can text you too. Laura, totally text me, but Chai is a really good like base eyeshadow. That's the one that I always swing for. Okay, so with my bronzer, I am just lightly tapping it in. I'm just pressing it in. So when you think of layers, you think of one layer. Let's call it paint, because everybody can envision paint, right? So you have one layer of paint and it dries, and then you're adding another layer of paint or another layer of something, whatever. And so now we're stacking that paint. And so, as the more you paint your house, or the more you paint a wall, you're going to start to lose square footage because it gets thicker and thicker and thicker, right? With this makeup, all of these products are the same consistency. So they're all going to melt together and create this really, really beautiful melty whatever on your face. Like it's not super thick. It is just really, really light. So instead of thinking of layers, think of you're just kind of melting these colors together. So you're not stacking more and more layers. It's really cool. It's a really fun makeup too, especially if you are someone who some days you like to, wear light and some days you like to wear heavy. It's totally buildable and really, really gorgeous. Thank you. I'll get that color match form to you. It should come automatically, so just let me know if it doesn't. I can help you. So also another way to kind of think about your bronzer is the word W. So when you think of a W, it goes like this. So you want it down your cheekbones and then up to your nose. So like this kind of, that's a good way to remember bronzer. So top of the cheekbones, up to your nose. What if you have rosacea and your skin is pale in sections and pink in others? Oh, that's a really good question. So when I match you to your shades, I will match you to your darkest shade and your lightest shade. I always recommend with my customers with rosacea, I recommend using the foundation color that I match you to, the main highlight shade. I recommend using that all over and seeing the coverage, because there's color correctors in these makeups. There's color correctors in these shades, and so they do a really good job of balancing out discoloration. And so whenever you apply it, you might see that it'll really even your skin tone. Most of the time, 99% of the time, it'll just even it out, and you don't have to worry about this. But there are instances, and this is another reason why cream makeup is wonderful, is because if you have different areas where you need different colors, that's where the different shades come in. So you might have, like, let's say you have a discoloration or your skin tone is so uneven that you need those different shades. You can use those different shades and you can't tell a difference because it's the same consistency, so it kind of melts together. So I think that you'll find a really, really great benefit with this makeup. And then a lot of times if you get your makeup and it's still not quite the coverage you want, then we can talk about like color correctors, but I would never, personally, I don't like to recommend those at first when you buy your makeup, only because I feel like it might be a waste of money if you don't actually need it. So then if you don't care for the coverage, then we can troubleshoot and I can help you figure out like what to add, but there's no sense in spending the money if you don't need it. Do you know what I mean? I mean, unless you just want to. But that's where my customer service comes in, and we can chat one-on-one and I can help you with that kind of stuff. Okay, so get a color match. These, I will match you to all the shades, don't worry. And there's even a button, a checkbox thing on my color match form that says, would you like me to also match you to a summer shade? So if you are wanting to get color matched and you want to go ahead and add a secondary shade to your palette, if you're someone who uses self-tanner, or you are someone who tans easily or quickly, go ahead and pick up check yes and get the second shade. A lot of many women, most women can wear multiple different shades, but it's nice to have like a lighter shade for when I'm not self-tanning and when it's like I haven't been in the sun, I'm not going to be in the sun. And then there are days when I'm just a little bit darker because I went in the sun the day before, or I just used a bunch of self-tan or whatever. And that's why it's great to have multiple shades, and it's totally customizable. So you can add what you want when you want. These shades are only $16. So where you'd buy a bottle of foundation for, I don't know, $34. Mine was, well, how much was my foundation? $42 or something? However much we pay. It's $16. And these will last you a really long time. So it's kind of cool. It's really neat the way that she kind of, created this formula and kind of made it really novel and totally customizable. It's what I love about it the most. Okay, so what next? Okay, so we did bronzer. So I did my main foundation shade, my brightening highlight or my concealer, and then my contour. I did that all in one layer. So it's foundation, concealer, and contour all in one layer, as opposed to one layer of foundation and then adding those things, right? So then I added bronzer, which added just a little bit of warmth. It kind of gives the appearance of like I might have been wearing sunglasses and the sun kind of got me around the sunglasses. It just adds that really pretty like faux glow. You've been in the sun. You are not a vampire. And especially in the winter, it looks nice because you don't, in the winter, we don't get out in the sun very much. It's cold. And by cold, I mean like 82 because it's Florida. So anyways, let's add some color, right? So with the lip and cheek shades, how quickly does it expire? I think the official shelf life is 2 years. Some of my makeup is older than that and it's fine, but I'm also a boy mom and I eat off the floor because 5-second rule. So I'm sure it lasts longer, but I think the official answer is like 2 years, like 24 months. But it'll last you a really good long time. A lot of these shades also, like especially if you're someone who likes to have multiple lip and cheek shades, you will not use a lot of those at all. Like, you won't go through them very quickly. So when I do my lip and cheek shades, I'll show you, you can pick one shade. I kind of do like a little bit of both of them, all of them. Does it melt? It can melt. If you leave it in like your car, let's say, for an extended period of time, just make sure it's flat, because it'll get soft. Like, it'll soften. Like a, you know, like it'll, maybe not like a melted crayon, but you know, like it'll soften and it'll melt, but it'll just harden right back up when it's at regular temperature. So if you take one or multiple shades, sometimes I like to mix them and just kind of whatever. I just take a little bit of whatever shade I want and I tap it on the backs of my cheekbones. And you mix them or do literally whatever you want with the lip and cheek shades. I just think they're so pretty and so fun to mix and match. And so those shades double. And then whenever you press that into your skin with your brush, and you'll notice that I'm not mashing my brush. Like, these bristles are never spreading and my skin is never moving. See how it just melts right in? This makeup is so gorgeous. It does not matter your skin tone, your skin type. It doesn't matter if you're oily, dry, problematic skin, acne. If you're someone who has a lot of acne, breakouts, things like that, this makeup has the beeswax, and the beeswax is the bee's knees. Like, that's a good, I'm gonna quote that. The beeswax is the bee's knees. It's really, really good for your skin. It's very, very healing. And many, many, many of my customers and myself experienced the breakouts, like, pretty much totally stopped. Even when I get my period, I still don't get the break. It's crazy. Anyways, one thing I love about this brush that I've been using to blend is you can kind of lightly take your bristles and lightly kind of dust your makeup on too. So the fluffier the brush you use, the more sheer your coverage is going to be. And that's another reason I like the different brushes, is you can kind of get the light coverage, the full coverage, literally whatever you need. It is the coolest makeup ever. It's just so much fun. And then I just kind of use a, where's my illuminator? My illuminator, see how it's like a kind of a shimmery? And I just find the high points of my cheekbones and just kind of tap that in. And everything just blends together so nicely. Like, you don't see where it's all like dry from like the where the liquid foundation has evaporated, and then you put like a really beautiful like illuminator, and then it looks like dry foundation with really pretty illuminator on top. This is just all kinds of glowy, and you can make it as little or as much glowy as you want. It's just gorgeous and so fun. And then take your setting powder. I take this. If you want to use the same brush, do it like, just squeeze it. You can manipulate it like this and just kind of tap into your setting powder. And then I just kind of tap it here. Hi, Jenna. Hi, Jenna. And so the setting powder, this is called Vanilla Dust. So it's just really pretty translucent powder. You can use this no matter your skin tone. And you just use this to set your makeup, control the oil. And I just tap it right here in the T-zone. And look how pretty. It just kind of gives a really nice blurred finish. It takes away any excess shine or excess oil. And you see how it creates, like, where my cream makeup has this really beautiful, healthy, youthful glow. Everywhere else, it just looks really, really youthful. I think that's the key word for me, is youthful, because there's a lot of ladies who are like, hey, I'm old now. I can't be wearing that liquid foundation. Like, it's drying. Yep, it is. This stuff will change your skin so that even when you take your makeup off, you will still feel that confidence, because your skin will just feel that much better, and you will feel so beautiful, so alive. You will feel so youthful. And that's what I really love about this particular makeup, is that it makes it easy for women. And I think that that's one thing that women are missing, is that confidence in makeup. That's the main thing I get is, you know, why don't you wear makeup? Oh, it's just hard. I don't know how. My mom never taught me. I'm not your mama, but I will teach you how to wear your makeup with confidence, because I feel like there's a lot of the influencers and we see them online and we, oh my gosh, you're going to the Keys. That's so cool. have so much fun. My son wants to go to the Keys in summer. I just feel like all the influencers, they, you know, you see their makeup looks and they're like, do this and do this and do this, and you do it, and then you're like, I look like I got gangbanged by the Crayola bus, like it's a whole big thing, right? And so I feel like if I can provide a bridge, like I want to bridge that gap between like these really pretty looks that everyone's doing and just provide the how to get there. I want to show you how to get there with this bridge. And that's what my goal is. So you can count on me to do that. Okay, so now this is like my whole face of makeup, right? You can add brows, mascara, eyeshadow. I have a couple of neutral eyeshadows here. There's 100 eyeshadows to choose from with Saint. You build your own palette shade by shade, and it is so much fun because when you, like, even if you're on a budget, you buy only what you want when you want it. So $16, $16, and then you just like, that's it. And if you want to build a little baby palette, as I like to call it, just to get started, this is a starter collection, or you can build your own, whatever you want. And these, it's just, you just get whatever shade level you need. It has the things, and you just 16, 16, 16, and then it comes with a little brush, and you're good to go. Like, there's so many options for you. There is nothing, like, there's nothing that should hold you back from getting a makeup that makes you feel confident. I just feel like it is a game changer. So, oh, you're going to St. Pete. Good for you. Are you going to the beach? I bet you are. You're going to the beach, aren't you? I haven't been in St. Pete in a minute. Excuse me. Okay, so there's my face, right? Add whatever you want. So now that that's done, let me show you. I took you guys, I'm so extra. Look what I did. I took my Saint brush cleaner and I put it in a pretty pink bottle because it fit better in my little spinny thing and it was prettier. Anyways, and I don't like the sprayer. I don't like the sprayer on the Saint brush cleaner. Anyways, the Saint, hold on, I'll get one. Hold on, I'll show you. Okay. So the Saint brush cleaner comes in a bottle like this, and it's like this really cute white bottle. Looks like this. Pink is prettier. Okay, that's the difference. Anyway, so I just put it in this really pretty bottle that just spit at me, but whatever. Ew, don't be rude. So I'm going to show you how to clean your brushes really nicely. I just got this bottle on Amazon. Don't judge me for being extra. All right, when you clean your brushes, see how it's like the cream makeup and it's a little bit cakey and you're like, I don't want that on there. So easy. This spray cleaner, it just sprays on your bristles. It's squirt. Ew! I don't like this bottle anymore. I'm mad at this bottle. And you just swirl this on like a microfiber or a washcloth or a puppy pee pad or I don't know, a paper towel with your shirt, whatever. And you just kind of swirly whirl and take that off immediately and it'll immediately start cleaning your bristles. And this is instant dry, so it will dry literally instantly. So within seconds, it's dry and ready to use again. It's also antibacterial. So if you are someone who, like, if you're prone to breakouts, even if you're not, it's a great way to maintain the integrity of your brushes and your skin. So anytime you transfer your brush, my hair, I shed like crazy. Anytime you transfer your brush from anything, from your makeup to your face, whatever, think of bacteria, transferring bacteria, right? This is a great way to eliminate that. Does the makeup wash off the towel easily? Yeah, I use this all the time and it comes pretty clean. And then I've been using this for like today and yesterday. So yeah, it'll come clean. I wouldn't do, like, if there's something you absolutely don't want to stain, probably don't use it, but it's not bad. We're in Louisiana. I saw a sign for racetrack. Oh my gosh, the racetrack. You guys, the racetrack is my favorite gas station because they have literally the best Coke ices ever, but only the one by my house. The rest of them ain't gonna have, like, they can't get it right. And then the icy machine's always broken, but not the one by my house. So I just sprayed these bristles. This is where I applied my brightening highlight and my foundation with. And you just spray it and poof, be gone. It should be called like magic spray. I should never be like I should not be in sales because I'm really awful at this. Anyways, I just cleaned your brushes real good. Okay, there's the real, like, what I would really say in like Southern land. I'm a Southern girl. And then you just like do a little spraysies and then do a little, and then it just comes perfectly clean. See what I mean? So nice. So nice. Oh, I like that name. Attitude from Gratitude. I like that. Anyway, so clean your brushes. This is a really great, easy way to keep them clean. If your makeup isn't applying nicely, then you probably need to clean your brushes. If I'm talking to you, then you know it. You know who you are. I don't know who you are, but you know who you are. You know how like when you go to church and like the preacher preaches a sermon, you're like, oh, he was talking to me. That's this. You know who you are. Clean your dang brushes. Don't be a dirty girl. And you can literally, it's any of the brushes. You can clean off the eyeshadows, the makeup. Ah! Super easy. It just takes a few seconds and then you can just like be done with it. How often do you clean your brushes? I'll be completely honest. It depends on how lazy I am. Usually I'm really lazy, so it's like every 2 or 3 days. I recommend spraying them and trying to wipe them off as often as possible. I've been a lot better about it because I'm like, I just had my face microneedled and I'm like, you know, gotta take better care of my skin. And so I've been trying to be really good about it. But I do every 2 to 3 days because I do multiple like makeup tutorials. But if you're someone, you'll see, like if your brush is getting a little cakey, give it a little squirtsies and a little swirlies and it'll be fine. And then once a month, use Saint's the brush cleansing soap. It has tea tree in it, so it's great for your brushes. It's gentle for your brushes, but also you just like wash it with soap and water, and it has a little cleansing pad, and you just swirly whirl it in the cleansing pad, and then let it lay your brushes flat to dry for like 24 hours. Easy peasy lemon squeeze. I'm telling you, so easy. You'll love it. Anyway, so clean brushes and then just like put them away for next time. And it is literally that easy. There's no excuse not to clean your brushes. Anyways, look how pretty. See how the makeup, it just sits in, like it's like part of your skin. Like it just looks like a second skin. It feels like a second skin. It feels light. It does not feel like you're wearing anything. And you can still see my skin. I am no longer using makeup as a mask. I'm not going to get emotional, but I did for a long time. I used makeup as a mask because I wanted to hide. I was told that I was ugly, so I believed that I was ugly, and that's what I did. Makeup became a mask for me, and everybody told me, the makeup is, really beautiful. Never you are beautiful. Your makeup is beautiful. And so that's why I accidentally became a Saint artist. Well, that's not why I became a Saint artist. I accidentally signed up and thought I joined a pyramid scheme and then tried to flee the country. That was a whole different story. But that's why I stayed a Saint artist, is because like, I was like, you know what? There are other women who are just like me that I learned that I need to inspire. And so I hope that I've done that a little bit. So thank you so much. I think it looks really nice. And I love how this makeup really, really enhances your skin. And also, I wanted to note that if you are someone who does not know how to contour, or you want to learn how to contour, you just don't know how, I'm your girl. Like, I have 100,000,000 tutorials. I will help you one-on-one. Like, you have my number. It's right down here somewhere. I just pinned it. You just text me and say, hey, I really want to learn how to contour. Where do I start? I have great tutorials. I can help you one-on-one, get like step-by-step, whatever. But also, if you're someone who just doesn't want to contour, like, listen, everything ain't for everyone. If you don't want to contour, don't do the contour. You can still get a color match. I will still match you to everything, just in case you want I'll just match you to everything so you have it for later, whatever. It creates like a little dashboard for you that you can always, go back to look or whatever. But whenever you if you don't want to contour, like, you do not have to add that to your cart. So like when I do your color match, like when you hit the word match, it'll send you, or you type the word match, it sends you a link that says, hey, thanks for wanting to get color matched. Here's the color match form. And then it says upload a selfie, and you do that. And then I look at your skin tone, your hair color, the color of your roots, the color of your brows, your face shape, your age. I look at everything. And that's how I do my color matching. Like, I am very specific. I have very high standards, and I'm very particular about how I feel, like what I know about this makeup and what I know about makeup for women and different, ages and skin types and skin tones, whatever. Anyway, so you can trust me to like really go OCD on your color match. But then when I send it back, I send you like a shopping list of like, here's your colors. This is what you can use for this and this and this and whatever. So when you get that list, all you have to do is look at the items you want and add those to your cart. Like, yes. Oh, thank you for being on. Love you back. You're so sweet. Yes, I want to keep this. No, I don't want that. So you decide what you're going to purchase. Nobody gets to decide that but you. And that's another thing I really love. There's no like, the company doesn't, you know how like some direct sales companies, you have to like buy a certain amount of product. Like, oh, you have to buy a certain amount of product if you want to use our product. And I'm like, that's stupid. With Saint, there's no minimum. Like, you can buy as much or as little as you want. They're nobody's your mama. Like, they're like, thank you just for buying our makeup, I guess. Like, even if it's like, nobody cares. And that's the same thing for being a Saint artist. Like, when you sell this makeup, they don't require you to sell any certain amount. Like, there's no monthly, like, requirement. Like, you don't have to meet some stupid goals or whatever. And I think that's why I didn't mind, like, I don't know. I think that's why I like this company so much. They're pretty solid, pretty good people. Yeah. Oh, it really is a perfect shopping list. Like, it's a little bit of everything. And so, and then once I send you your color match, then we just talk about it and you just text me and ask me your questions, or you can shop and I'll leave you alone. But you can just text me and be like, okay, I need help. Like, you sent me this. What is this? I don't get it. I don't understand. How do I use this? Whatever. And I will help you step by step. And that's where my customer service comes in. And I feel like, and I say this all the time, customer service is something that doesn't exist anymore, and I refuse for that to be true from me. I feel like people deserve to be treated well, especially if they're buying a product from you. You know what I mean? Like, if you're selling something, like, they deserve your service. Like, they should be served by you. You should take time out of your day to help them and, you know, answer all of their questions. And you know what I mean? Like, you got to serve your people. That's just how I feel. I feel very strongly about it. Ooh, how did I do that? I got the makeup last week and I received my Dime skincare. Oh, good. How do you like the Dime? I've heard great things about Dime skincare. I really like their stuff. I use a lot of the Drunk Elephant products. I really like Drunk Elephant. They don't have like any of the added unnecessary ingredients and everything. Like, I just like that their ingredients are pretty basic and it's real. My skin has loved the Drunk Elephant. And then what's some other good stuff? I did an exfoliation today with the Philosophy brand. It's called like, what's it called? Micro resurfacing or something like that. I'll do the video and I'll send you the link if you want it. But that stuff is really good for exfoliation. So there's a couple different brands that are really good, but I haven't tried the Dime yet. Oh, do you like the Demi? The Demi colors are good too. Demi is Saint's color correctors. And so it's just a really great way to like cancel out any unwanted pigment. Like, for me, I have a little bit of melasma, which the microneedling that I did last week really helped knock a lot of that out. I have some sunspots and age spots. So little things like that, the Demi can help with. So yeah, just good stuff to think about. Anyway, so yeah, I guess that's all I got for you. So, hey, Whitney, I guess that's it. So now I would like my nighttime skincare routine is basically just taking off my makeup, cleansing my face and all the things. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I've been using this Fixes Rosacea. It really, really does help rosacea. Like you're talking about the Dime? I have heard that. The Demi too. So try something else and went back to it. Oh, really? Yeah, but there's, again, it's like there's not a one size fits all for everyone, but there's some really good products out there. Dime is really good for rosacea. And also the Saint skincare. I did not like the Saint cleanser. It was too gentle for me, but a lot of my girls with rosacea like the Saint cleanser because it's so gentle. Did you say what setting spray you like? Besides Saints, which has the aloe in it, which is why I really like that one, I like the Benefit. I really love the Benefit products. I post about them all the time. It's the Benefit Professional Super Setter. And I love this one because it's such a fine mist. And I feel like it does just a really even coverage on, like, it just kind of mists all over really nicely, and it's perfect. And this is, I was using the Urban Decay All Nighter for years, and then I switched to this one, and I was like, oh, I really like that one too. So I guess it's 6 in one, half dozen the other, whatever. Thank you so much. They're the Lashify. Just comment lashes. If you want the link to the discount link to the Lashify lashes, just comment lashes. I have it set up to send you the thing. And then, so I've been using this stuff. This is the Milk Makeup Hydro Ungrip. So it like takes off your makeup neckline. Hold on. Neckline for the upcoming sun season. Already here. Are you talking about like here, like your neck down into your décolletage? What's it called? Décolletage or whatever. I think it's décolletage. I don't know. I just use moisturizer. I have a really hard time falling into this is good for your décolletage area, because I'm like, why? Like, it's just moisturizer, right? Like, I don't know the difference with all that stuff. So I find myself really confused. I just use moisturizer. The moisturizer that I love every single night is the Saint Cream. So Saint Skincare is milk-based, which means lactic acid, hydrating, naturally exfoliating, which a lot of us don't do already, but it's naturally exfoliating, anti-aging, and it really, really helps with that moisture. So I really love this, and I use this all the way down my neck and my stuff, and then just hydrate. I try to hydrate it as often as possible, and I just think that's really, really smart. But I don't have any good, like, for stuff like tightening and stuff, I don't know. So if any of you guys have any great things for tightening this area, please share. And I've been doing the self tanner, which, like, you have to hydrate with. Like, you have to hydrate with self tanner or else it's not going to last. You need to firm a turkey neck. Get the microneedling. I did the microneedling. Oh my God, it's so good. And also, if it's the neck, then it's one thing. But if it's the chin area, a couple years ago, what's it called? Where they inject you with like the stuff that kills all the fat cells right here in your chin. And you do 2 sessions of it, and you look like a bullfrog for like 2 days. And then it gets rid of it. It's called, what's that called? Y'all help me. The microneedling? No, I go see a girl here in Tampa. She's actually my medical provider, who also does my weight loss. She helps me with my weight loss, and she's just a regular, like, general practitioner. Like, she's just a regular general doctor too. And if you're in Florida, she does telehealth. So if you're someone, like, if you want to talk to her about the skin, if you want to talk to her about the weight loss and you're in Florida, she can totally help you with that. They're so nice over there. So this Unmelt stuff, this makeup milk stuff, chemical peel. I think chemical peel is different. I found your lost weight. Oh, you're so funny. You lost weight, but I found it. Don't worry, girl. It's part of life. I'm telling you, like, I'm just realizing that, like, I was today looking in the mirror, and I was looking at my body, and I was like, oh, I hate this, and I hate this. And I was like, you know what, Mackenzie? You need to stop talking about your body like that. Your body gave you your son. Your body has given you all these experiences. Your body is, you know, getting you up in the morning and getting you in the car so that you can take your son to school, and so you can pick your son up, and so you can spend time with your husband, and you can go do these amazing things. Like, don't talk about your body like that, because your body's doing a lot more for you than you realize. And it's time to start being grateful. And I was like, I said that to myself, and I was like, good job, Mac. Like, good job. Like, we just gave ourselves a pep talk. It's awesome. Yes. Gaining the strength. Just having the strength is so, so important. Like, having that strength. It does not matter what the scale says, but, like, of course we let that be like a main thing that bothers us, right? Because a lot of women just have a hard time with their body. And listen, I don't know about the supplements and the weight loss. And like, I can tell you, my girl who's helped me find a little bit more control over my eating, which is really, really what helped me lose weight. And like, that's all I know, like, to refer you to. I don't know about the supplements. I don't know about helping you with other things, but I do know how to help you find confidence with your makeup. Oh my God, you're so sweet. Thank you. You're so nice. I love you. I love how kind you guys are. Like, this is such a great community. I've never had a community of women that I could just like connect with. So this is like, for me, coming here and chatting with you guys is like connecting with my girlfriends and just kicking back with like, you know, a whatever, just a glass of water. And because I only drink water, I wanted to see something cool like wine, but I don't drink wine. But whatever. Anyways, I do drink champagne though for funsies, so that's nice. But anyways, look, so you see how like this is no makeup at all whatsoever, nothing on my skin. And you see how it's like a little bit more red, and this side it just kind of gives it a little bit more golden. I really, really feel like the color correctors that are in this makeup are really, really great. And I think that if you have not tried this makeup yet, it is a must. I just feel like if you're like me, you look at it and go, that is literally so dumb. I'm never doing that. And I want those girls, any of the women who are like, that's so stupid, I'm literally never doing that. That's you. Like, I think you are great and I love you. Sorry, Mackenzie, but I'm not buying your makeup. I want those girls to buy the makeup. And then I want to hear those girls' testimonials. I want to hear those girls say, holy crap, I was so anti whatever this garbage is that Mackenzie's slinging. I was just here for the PI stories. And I wanted to hear about her life as a private investigator. But turns out she challenged me to buy this makeup and told me she wanted to hear how I really felt. And then I tried it and holy crap, that's what I want that challenge. I need to be done on the color. I'm so different from winter to spring. Oh, many people are. Yeah, you just add your second shade or just pop one into your palette. I just spit. Pop an extra shade into your palette. Oh, rematch. I should have known that. I'm a little slow. But I feel like it's very common to have multiple shades, and because they're only $16, it makes it really affordable to just like add more to your palette, you know, which I really love also. Because I'm sorry, but $42 for a bottle of foundation is insane. And my makeup looks much better than those. And I didn't realize that until I, you know, switched. And I was like, holy crap, my makeup looks so much better than I did with those flawless finish foundations or whatever. Look, I got a little pimple coming in. That's because I got microneedled. That was to be expected. Anyway, so I just put all that makeup on just to take it off. But look how cool, like, you see the difference in my makeup. It was very, like, structured and dimensional. And listen, I'm beautiful without it too. And so are you. You do not need makeup. Nobody needs makeup. The Lord made us how we are, but I really feel like there's something to be said about the little bit of confidence boost and the little bit of, you know, holding that head just a little bit higher that makeup can help us with. And it's fun, and it's like, it can be easy. I can show you how it's easy, and it's fun to kind of build your own palette. So these are, if you've never seen this before, these are like little custom pans. So each of your shades comes like this, and they all have the name of the color. This is Rose Gold Illuminator, and it has, see that ingredients list? Look, that's the ingredients list. There's like 11. That's it. That's the whole ingredients list. And the bottom of these palettes is magnetic, and so you just like pop them in there. You can organize it however you want, and it's really cool. Like, I spent a very long time building up this palette. So I have a whole palette of just my favorite eyeshadows. These are the neutral mattes. These are all neutrals, right? Yeah, neutral colors that I use, and then all my pretty shimmers that I do to, like, you know, enhance whatever with some shimmer. So, like, you can build however you want, put whatever kind of makeup you want. It does not matter. I'm not your mama. Like, do whatever makes you feel the most confident, and I'll be here to help you learn how to apply it. So, I only wear makeup for DMV pics and me. Girl, oh my God, that is the absolute funniest quote. I love that. I only wear makeup for DMV pics and myself now. I love that. I love that so much. That's great. Anyway, so stay tuned. Saturday I have a new PI story that I'll post. I try to post those once a week now. I've been I was posting them a lot, and then I was like, gosh, like I started running out of stories. Not running out of stories, but you have to take these stories and, hey Amanda, it's good to see you. I had to take a photo of my tens and magnify. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. I had to, whenever I tell my PI stories, I have to find a way to change them enough so that someone can't be like, oh my gosh, that's me. Like they can't be identifiable, right? But I have to change it in a way that still makes sense so that you still understand the story. But I don't want to tell you a story that isn't true. Like, you know what I mean? So I don't want to change too much because then it's like, now it's just not a true story. And so it just really becomes difficult for me. And I'll be honest, sometimes it's a little bit of a chore because I don't want to let you guys down by like, if it's not entertaining enough, but sometimes these stories just aren't entertaining. Like I just go do a surveillance and nothing happens and that's literally it. Like there's nothing to really tell. And so it's really, really hard to, tell some of these stories in a way that I can share, but some of the stuff like you have to eliminate so that it's not identifiable and then it takes away from the whole story. And so it's really, really hard. Is there going to be any sales anytime soon? I don't know. I was going to say maybe a Father's Day sale, but probably likely not. I mean, could be. I don't know. Hey, Michelle. I really don't know. I'm hoping there's a 4th of July sale because my birthday's 4th of July and how fun would that be? But I will say in July is typically like Customer Appreciation Day. And so I feel like for Customer Appreciation in July, it's going to be they're gearing up for something huge in July, but I don't know. But get your makeup before then so that you know, like, you know, what you need and what you want to add and all that stuff. Come to a live show in Australia. Oh my God, that would be so fun. We like, did you guys realize that the Dating Detectives podcast is worldwide? Like there are people from all kinds of countries listening to us. And I just think that is so cool. That's my birthday month. Oh my God, we're twinsies. I'm July 4th, 84. I'll be 40 this year. Do you have permanent lashes or daily? No, these are just DIY. These are do-it-yourself Lashify lashes. I change these out about every 7 to 10 days. They can last usually longer than 10 days, but by that time I'm wanting to take them off. And so I should probably redo these tomorrow. Like it's about that time. But these will last over a week. But look, I'll show you. These just kind of lift right off. Really easy. And they're reusable. Like you can clean them and reuse them and all the things. I usually just come right here under where it connects to your lash. So I'll do these. I'll do a new set tomorrow. Thought you were like 29. Girl, I wish I was 29. I'm gonna be 40. I'm gonna be 40 years old this year. But listen, that's a really great compliment. See how these they come off really easy. But somehow they stay on for over a week. Like I sleep on them. I sleep on my face. My son is July 6th. Oh! And we'll be 20. Oh my gosh, 20 to the baby. And mine is the 23rd, 1979, baby. 1979. I love it. Do lashes ruin your natural? No, not at all. I've been wearing Lashify lashes for like 2 years now, I guess. And my lashes are just fine. They're not as long as them bad boys, but they never ruin mine. And if they I feel like I take pretty good care of them though. I know there's some people who probably really don't take care of them, but I try to. And so I feel like the better care you take of your lashes, like the longer they'll last. So I just take a little bit of this remover and this little pad here, and I just kind of wipe them clean of like the excess like adhesive and all of that. And I just take good care of them. I don't put them in water. Like I don't let the shower water run down over my eyes and stuff. She said I could glue my eyes shut. You really won't. It's really user friendly. Have you ever seen one of my lash tutorials? I have like 100 of them. I'll post one, maybe tomorrow I can post one of my lash tutorials and you can check it out, and you'll see how easy it is. It's really simple. Just if you want the discount link for my lashes, just comment lashes and it'll send you the thing. But yeah, it's super easy. I'm telling you. I'll learn you all the things. You just gotta put your faith in me. Hey Shannon, good to see you. I really like this little puffy. Thank you so much. I gotta tell you, like, I think after so many years of people telling you you're ugly, you're fat, you're not good enough, you'll never make it, you'll never do this, and no one just ever thinking that you're pretty or just having anything nice to say about you, it's hard to look at yourself and say, you know what, you're beautiful, you deserve to feel beautiful, you deserve to feel confident, and like all that positive self-talk or whatever. And so I feel like a lot of times we rely on things like makeup or lashes to make us look pretty, right? Like we want to feel pretty. But I feel like now, after connecting with you guys, like after being on social media for 2.5 years and kind of growing a following and actually being able to talk to so many women who just feel the same way. They totally understand. Maybe we don't know each other like personally, but they just get it. And I love that. And I feel like that is one thing that has helped me realize that, like, just feeling less alone has helped me realize that I am worthy, I am enough, like I am beautiful with or without the makeup, with or without the lashes. And so now I just do it for me. And that's what I feel the most confident in, is that I do it for me and no one else. And that's why I'm really proud of myself, I think. It is hard to receive compliments. And why? Because it's whenever someone says something nasty or negative about us, why are we so quick to believe them and say, oh my gosh, they're so right. Like, oh my gosh, I am ugly. Oh my gosh, I am fat. Oh my gosh, I am this or I am that or whatever, right? It's so easy for us to believe that. But as soon as it's something nice, we can't believe it. Like we can't allow ourselves to possibly believe it. Isn't that awful? And so I don't know. I just feel like more women should be lifting each other up, which is one thing I really love about this community here on the social webs, where it can be really, really mean. But like my community, like the people that I surround myself with, I just feel like it's just like virtual hugs all day, and I love it. Yes, we internalize the negative so quickly. Yeah, and the lashes too. Use my comment lashes. Just type the word lashes and hit send, and it'll send you the discount link for my Lashify discount link or whatever. And I highly recommend trying it. Like, it is really easy, and a lot of people think that things are expensive, but you don't realize like what you're spending on other things. Like the Lashify lashes, like you get the control kit and then you buy whatever lashes you want, right? And the thing of lashes has like 12 little things in it, and that'll get you like at least 5 wears because they're really good quality. But then not only that, but you have the number of lashes you get is way more than other companies. And other companies are like, oh, they're only $10, they're cheaper. No, it's not. So anyways. Oh, thank you so much. I look younger. I'll take that compliment. I can accept junk fast, but a compliment, I look around for someone else. Yep. We do it. It's just something that we do, and I don't get it, but we're humans, right? We're wired that way. And I think that's one reason why when people ask me like, how'd you go from private investigator to like selling makeup, right? And it sounds like really weird. Like, how did I go from PI to selling makeup? Well, first of all, it was an accident, but not really an accident, because like the Lord doesn't make, like, there's no accidents, right? But I feel like I know as a private investigator, I could sit in my car by myself in those dark windows, that dark car, nobody could see me, and I could hide from the world, right? And all the ugly fat comments didn't happen because nobody could see me. I was in my car. And then when I put myself out there selling makeup kind of on accident, and then people like were inspired by it. And I was like, holy crap, you have a purpose. You have a purpose. It has been shown to me that I have a purpose, and now I can't stop. Like, it would be awful for me to stop. So here I am. I'm going to be on y'all's social media all the live long day. Anyway, so I'm going to go to bed now and go spend time with my husband, and I'm really tired today. I don't know why, but I'll be back tomorrow. And if you guys have any questions, whatever you need, please text me on this number here. Save my number, like plug it in your phone, Mackenzie Folds Saint, whatever. And I am like so happy to help. If you want information about being a saint artist, you can reach out about that. So cool. I hate that's the one thing I hate about direct sales also, is that like I'm not going to recruit anybody. Like if you have to convince someone to join your team, you're going to have to convince them to work. It's not going to benefit you. Like if people feel inspired, they'll show up. You know what I mean? So anyways, so I love you guys. Just let me know what I can do to serve you, and I love you so much. Good night.